Hello students, very good morning. Today we are going to start Geography, chapter number 5, Water. So let us start. As we know, the earth is the planet where we live. Most of the surface is covered by water. That is why we will call earth as a blue planet. The land is made up of with continents and islands. The water can be found in the seas, oceans, rivers, lakes and ponds. The earth is surrounded by a layer of air is called the atmosphere. We know 71% of the earth's surface is covered with full of water. Land makes only 29% of the earth's surface. Through evaporation and condensation, water forms the oceans and land turns into water vapor. When the water vapor comes in contact with cool air, it turns into water droplets or ice particles and falls back on the earth's surface in the form of rain or snow. This process continues in the form of evaporation and condensation. Therefore, it is called a water cycle. By this diagram, you are able to see how the water form in a different forms. So, now let us see what is the mean of fresh water and saline water, and we will see the discrimination between fresh water and saline water. Fresh water. It refers to the water that contains very little amount of dissolved salts. Now move to saline water. Water that contains a large amount of dissolved salts is called saline water. For example, chlorine, sodium, sulfur, calcium, potassium and magnesium. The degree of concentration of salt in sea water or ocean water is called salinity. Depends on evaporation, precipitation and fresh water. As the same thing you know very well, the fresh water is also find out river and ponds. Now let us see the major water bodies. First, Pacific Oceans. Pacific Ocean is largest and the deepest ocean. Then covers about 30.5% of the total surface area of the earth. Next, Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest and the busiest in the world. Covers 20.8% of the total surface area of the earth. Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean named after a country. It covers 14.4% of the total surface area of the earth. Now move to Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean. It covers 2.8% of the total surface area of the earth. Last, not the least, Antarctic Ocean. Antarctic Ocean is also known as Southern Ocean. Surrounded Antarctica and occupies 4% of the total surface area of the earth. Now, let us to see significance of oceans. The areas bordering the oceans experience moderate climate. By the picture, you are able to recognize used for transport. Next, provide us seafood. So, these are next reserves of natural oil and gas. Important role in maintaining the hydrological or water cycle. Next, generating hydroelectricity. By these pictures, you are able to recognize these all are the significance of water. Now, let us see about the three types of movements of ocean. First, waves. A waves is regular rise and fall of sea or ocean water. Occurs due to wind. The shape and size depends upon the velocity of the wind. Tsunami are giant waves caused by earthquakes or volcanic eruption under the sea. Next movement is tides. The rise and fall in the level of the sea or ocean water is called tide. Occur as a result of gravitational force exerted by the moon, the sun and the rotation of the earth. High tide. High tide water covers much of the shore by rising to its highest level. Now, low tide. Water falls to its lowest level and recedes from the shore. The height of the tide varies every day as it depends on the position of the earth with respect to the moon and the sun. Now, next movement is ocean currents. An ocean current is a continuous movement or drift of the ocean water in a definite direction. On the basis of temperature, we are able to classify it into two types. First one, warm ocean currents flow from the equatorial region towards the polar region. Second point, the temperature of these ocean currents is more than their surroundings areas. Now, the cold ocean currents flow from the polar region towards the equatorial region. Next, the temperature of these ocean currents is less than their surroundings areas. Now, next topic is influence of ocean currents. First, influence the climate of the place. Second, at the convergence of warm and cold ocean currents, there are a lot of plankton. Third, the mixing of warm and cold currents causes heavy fog. Fourth point, warm ocean currents melt dangerous icebergs. Fifth point, ships prefer to sail along with the currents. My dear one student, this is all about this chapter. If you have any doubt, any query, you are freely to ask me in a live session, otherwise in a chat box. Till then, bye-bye, take care, stay blessed.